Foodie's back with another mukbang, and this time, let's not take a look at the food, rather what she says. She made some contradictory statements about her blood sugar, so let's take a deeper dive.
I wanted to clarify something because I know in one of my previous videos I said that my sugar was like 6. Excuse me. What I meant by that was recent, not too long ago. Like within the past month, I've had my blood tested. Everything was normal, except for, yes, my liver enzymes, CBC, everything. All STD tests negative. I just had a lot of blood work done. The only thing that was a little abnormal that one time was my blood pressure, which I don't remember what it was, but it depends. Like sometimes it's high, sometimes it's lower. It's still a bit more elevated than normal, of course, but I mean, I'm overweight, you know, so I stress out a lot. There could be a lot of factors, but anyway.
So let's stop here and rewind a bit. The last clinic visit that Foodie told us about, the one where she got the comprehensive blood work done, was in August, not a month ago. That was officially the first time she mentioned her high blood pressure.
I wanted to get some like testing done. I did find out what my blood pressure was. I just wanted to get like a physical. So I didn't film it, but I didn't really want to film. I wasn't sure if I was going to share this information with you guys or not, but I wanted to get a physical, and my blood pressure was pretty high, so it could have been because, guys, when I say it was like the most humid I've ever experienced in my life, it was so humid last night. And I was like, we had to walk a bit to get to the clinic from where we parked, so it could have been the stress, but I think it's safe to say I probably do have high blood pressure. So I'm trying to really watch, like, also for my health, to try to do this. Not eat fried. I don't want to eat like deep fried food, fast food, stuff like that. That's like I don't know if it's A1C or glucose random. I think it's like glucose random or something. They test your sugar. And it wasn't fasted. It was maybe, but I had eaten like maybe 2 hours before, 2.5 hours before I had the test. So not immediately after eating. But, you know, mashallah, I'm glad for that.
Okay, so this is where details really matter. Foodie claims to not remember if it was her A1C number or a regular glucose. In the States, a provider would normally add on an A1C to any sort of blood panel to see what your average over 3 months of blood sugar is. It's a much more definitive way of knowing if somebody's pre-diabetic, diabetic, or just fine. All she has to do to clear all of this up is look at her records. Even if they're in Arabic, Salah could translate them for her, or she could use Google Translate. There's a big difference between the A1C and a glucose random. For starters, if her A1C was 6%, then she's definitely pre-diabetic. And if that was the case, the provider should have followed up with her and told her to change her eating habits to try to bring her A1C down. On the other hand, if it was just a random blood glucose test, non-fasting, at the level of 6, she would have been told to keep monitoring herself. And in all reality, that's very highly unlikely that that's what they did in the absence of an A1C. When was the last time we saw Foodie giving herself a finger stick or talking about keeping a log? The reason why I bring any of this up is because she did. I really don't like the way she throws numbers at the audience, thinking that we'll be too confused to understand what she's actually saying. In my opinion, she knows very well what her A1C is right now. She probably knows, to the decimal point, exactly what her reading is. Hypothetically speaking, if her A1C was 6%, then she has a really great opportunity on her platform. She could try to turn it all around and get it back down to normal range. While we all know that there is something of a negative stigma attached with type 2 diabetes, she's the one who brought this all up in the first place. Remember that.
So, anyway, yeah, I know I don't always take the best care of my health. I don't think anyone's perfect in that way. I do plan on working on that, but obviously with this meal, no. I'm still trying to figure that out. Fast food is probably the hardest thing for me to kick, for sure.
Drop me a line in the comments and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you.